So after we've done this part, we get to the step ceiling. So we go to the underground planning and then we go to the ceiling. So as you can see, we have the ceiling plans here, the floor plans here. So let's go to the ceiling plan for the underground. All right, this all seems fine. So let me just go to the view range and just check it quickly. So for this option box here, I'll put in 2 meters. And as you can see, this spawns in like this. So before we progress, let's just take a quick look at the CAD file as well. Let's open it up. So we pull this down and then we go to the joinery chart that we had. So as you can see, according to the chart that we have here, all of it is from Knauf sheet plaster panel. So for the ceiling, all of it is Knauf. And for the connection of it, this is how our material looks like. Let me see. Yes. But here in the picture, these protruding parts that you see, I don't think we'll be using them in the ceiling. Let me just look up the net for it, and I'll search for sheet plaster panel for step ceiling. So let me see what I can find that helps us. All right, there it is. So let me open up the tab so you can see it, and there it is. So I go here and I'll search in the images. So this is what it looks like: stepped ceiling or suspended ceiling as well. They call them both of them. So let's go here and open this one so you can look at it in this picture as well. Here it is. And I think the dimensions for the paneling that we have here is about 1.2 and 2.4 or something of that matter. So let me close this, and as you can see, this is what we're working with. So let's open this up to see if we can find anything useful in it. Let's just take a look here, and there it is. All right, for now, let me just close this. So for all of the panels here, we have Knauf. And the other parts that we have, the suspenders and what else, I'll be explaining them as well. So let me open up the plan and go to this part so you can get a look at them. And as you can see, all of our ceilings here have these dimensions, and the hatchings look like this. And the hatching needs to line up with the dimensions. We don't need to get them mixed up. We have to be careful of that. And as the text says here, the dimension is measured from your floor finishing till under the suspended ceiling. So when we have 260 here, it's talking about the parking that we have here. So we go to the Revit file, and here I'll select the ceiling, and for now I'll select 600 by 600, and then we'll fix it later on. I open up the edit type and get a duplicate of it. So here for name, I'll put in Knauf sheet plaster panel for suspended ceiling. Excuse me, let me type it out again. And there it is, and there we go. Then I hit OK. So now we're just working with it in the beginning. We don't have to touch the material because we'll fix it later on, and we'll be making all of it in detail. And we'll keep the thickness as well. So let's hit OK here. So let's go to the plan again. So here it doesn't accept this because this part's open here. We have an opening here, as you can see. So let me just pull in a bit closer to this, and then I go to the modify tool that we have here, and then I'll select trim, and then I'll connect this point with this one here. And now let's try and see what happens. So there we go. Well, doesn't seem to accept it. Let's see what we can do. It doesn't have a problem with this part here. The problem is maybe in this part down here because it's open. So Control Z here, and let's try something else. So I think I'm going to have to draw it manually. But let me just state a point before that. Let's pull up the CAD file and go to the joinery chart that we have. So try to read the explanations that you have here. They'll be coming in handy later on. So here it talks about the dimensions again and how it's from the floor finishing. And here it says the height of the tiling is below the false ceiling. So just have this point in mind when we're progressing from here. So I go here and then I'll select this one, and then in the auto ceiling I'll select the pick line tool. Then I zoom in here, and then I open up the VV here. I go to the filters tab here, and then I'll click on add. So I select this wall here and the stack wall as well, and then I'll hit OK. I'll uncheck the box for the visibility, so we don't have to see these joinery parts anymore. So I click on this part and this one as well. And just like this, I'll continue to click on these parts and I'll highlight them. There we go. So we click on this one as well, and this one too. Then we go here, we'll highlight this one too. Then let's go here, highlight this one as well, and then we go here, select this one, and there you go. So I select trim, so I type in SL to select a split, and then I'll trim these ones. Click on join here, and then we'll line this one with this, and then this one and this. After that, go here, and then we'll fix the linings of these ones. Then we go here, then we'll click on these. There you go, it's all highlighted now. Then I'll select the rectangle and draw one from here to here. Then pick wall, and then we go here with this. Let's just delete these ones. Select pick wall again, and then click on this, and then this part. Then we go here, and this one as well. And then using the trim corner, we line these up, and then there we go, and this one as well. So the height is 260 centimeters up until the suspended ceiling that we have. So I go here in the planning, and then I'll make a cut right here. And after I've done that, I open the cut up. Then we go here, scroll down and select building here. Then we go here, and then we'll open this one. There we go. And then we go here. So there's that. So let me pull up the 3D view again to find this one. Let's just drag this one here, and then this other one. There we go. So it's this point right here. So we go back to the cut. So I select the fine tool, and then I'll be measuring the distance that we have here from here to right under the ceiling. It's 2.6. So we do have an issue according to our measurement here, which we'll be talking about later on. And I'm sure if we go back here, we'll see the problem here as well. Let's open up the CAD file. And the reason for our problem is here we do have an exhaust. And according to the instructions that we have here, the smallest dimensions that we have is 14 by 8 inches. Although in the mechanical plan it says 10, but we have 8 inches here. But we'll skip that. So here we have just 5 centimeters behind this one here. So let's go to the cut and see this up close. And as you can see right here, so let's just go here and they'll be measuring this. So it says it has 10 centimeters here, but I'm sure it's not. So let's just measure the point from here to the ceiling, and it's 2.6, and it says 10 here, and here we have another 8 centimeters remaining, which we cannot fit any canal inside of. And even if it is just 8 inches, let's just multiply it and say we have at least 20 centimeters here that we need to make. We just need 20 centimeters to fill in the canal. On top of that, we need to keep the unity and put the insulation in here, although we do have the exhaust, so we don't need any insulation here. So you need at least 25 centimeters here to keep the canal even tight. And on top of that, you have the wiring and such. Just have this issue in your mind and we'll see how we can fix it in the mechanics.